Welcome to St. Louis. We've had a few reschedules to get this fight and get you here fighting. How frustrating has that been for you, and how important has it been for you to stay focused on finally getting into the cage and performing?
Yeah, it's just allowed me to stay in the gym, get honest working, and stay focused. I mean, it's obviously been 9 months since my last fight, but it's just allowed me to stay in the gym and get that working.
Yeah. Do you find when because obviously there's staying in the gym and then there's training for a fight. You've been training for a fight, and then for whatever reason those have fallen through. Has training at that level made you improve all that more, do you think?
Yeah, for sure. It's like I said, it's just allowed me to stay in the gym, be able to learn as on the way, keep grinding at it, staying fit, and breaking barriers. I'm always wanting to challenge myself and break those barriers. So now that we're a couple of days away from a fight, I'm feeling fit, I'm feeling strong, and I'm ready to go. Originally,
obviously Dominic Reyes, guy you wanted to fight, that sort of fell through be an injury to him. So you've ended up with Alonzo Menifield. What are your thoughts on him as an opponent? He's ranked number 11, which is higher than Dominic Reyes is. What do you think of him as an opponent, and have you sort of ended up with a better chance for you to propel yourself higher up those rankings with this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching Menifield for quite some time now, and we knew eventually that we'll be facing each other eventually. So I like Menifield. He's strong, he's powerful, he's explosive, as we all know. He's got the punching power, but he's in my way.
Have you guys had like some conversations before? You said, "Oh, we know we're going to fight each other eventually." Have you guys spoke about this before?
Yeah, I think it was more of just a mental agreement. We shook hands. I saw him at the back in Perth where he fought Crute. Congratulated him for his fight. A very surprising, good fight. And we looked at each other like, okay, we know we're going to fight each other eventually, but big props and respect to him.
You mentioned the hard-hitting nature of him, obviously. Look at him, he's a strong guy. So how do you find success in this fight? Is it using range? Is it by showing you can hit just as hard as him? Where do you find the success to win this fight?
Yeah, it's a good stylistically, it's a good fight for me, depending on where the fight goes. But I mean, I can see this won't be the last time we fight each other. I see that he'll be climbing his way through the ranks after we fight, and yeah, like I said, we will definitely be fighting each other more than once. So yeah.
Is that kind of a funny dynamic to have, to know like, oh, I'm fighting this guy, but this guy's going to be around, like we're going to cross paths multiple times in my career? Is that like a fun thing for you? Do you enjoy that?
For sure, yeah. Because I know that if you look at his record, he's fought a lot of the guys, like top guys, and he's just been knocking them out. Very good style. He's able to lull people to sleep. But yeah, and in saying that, he will be able to take the guys in the very top echelon of the rankings or the division, and he may be able to do the same thing to those guys. So I know eventually when I beat him, he'll make his way back up and we'll fight again.
Last one from me. What exactly does a win here do for you? As I said, he's ranked number 11. If you beat him convincingly, you might even shoot your way into the top 10. Is that something you're looking at, or do you think I got to get Saturday out of the way first before we even start thinking about what's next and what this does?
Yeah, definitely. Like, you can't look past Alonzo. He's, like I said, he's a powerful fighter. He's explosive. So I can't look past that. But I am looking towards the future where I want to head towards. But the UFC is unpredictable. It's especially in the light heavyweight division. Anything can happen, and if anyone can make it happen, it is the UFC. So, at one point we could be in the top 10, and you're fighting for the title. So, I'm prepared for this. So, at any point, I know that I'm going to be in that top 5 eventually.
Carlos, right here. Do you ever look at the rankings and feel like, man, I should be a little bit higher than I already am, considering what you've done in the UFC? Like, for example, you got a guy like Bogdan Guskov who's got the one big win over Ryan Spann, but other than that, only one win. And I think he's ranked 12th or something like that right now. Does that bother you at all? Or
It doesn't bother me, man. I mean, it's like I said, it's the UFC can make anything happen, and time will tell. When I get in there and steamroll some of these fighters, then they'll see eventually. And time will tell. It's just that some of those guys will get those fights where they just get it given to them, and which is okay. I mean, if they prove themselves worthy of it, which had shown just on that last event, and then they deserve to be there. So that's okay. It's just a matter of when they're in my way, I'm gonna do what I do.
Have you bugged Kevin at all about being on your undercard this week?
100%, man. We give each other shit all the time. So he's definitely gonna be on my undercard at every fight.
And then it seems like not too long ago we were talking about you kind of being one of the up-and-coming guys. What do you think about the guys like Aaron Tao and Navajo Sterling? Like, how quickly do you think we'll see them in the UFC?
For sure. I mean, the talent in New Zealand and Australia is massive now. I think just with the success that a lot of the fighters that are leading the way here in the UFC now, it's giving them hope, and the challenges that we're bringing to them in the gym, they're also stepping up to the plate now. So I mean, they're going to be in the UFC very soon, and that's only to name a few of the fighters. There's a lot of fighters out there that you haven't heard of in the gym alone, just at City Kickboxing. So eventually they'll be here pretty soon, if not this year.
Right here. You mentioned your teammates at City Kickboxing and just how many talented fighters are coming out of there. What do you think it is that sets you apart from other fighters in your gym, City Kickboxing, and just your community in general?
I mean, it's just the numbers. We've got a lot of numbers at the gym at the moment. We've got the culture there. There's no shit given. And everything is just led by the leaders from the gym as well. Obviously, the success from Israel becoming the champ and being a very dominant champ, and then guys like Kai also who fought who's in the top 5, fought for who's in the top 5, and it's just given people hope. And they're training alongside us. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.